Okay, so you're planning that 2026 cruise. Awesome. But wait, there's that one big decision you gotta make, and it can seriously make or break your whole vacation. Yeah, I'm talking about picking the right cabin. You know what I'm talking about, right? You pull up the booking site and bam, it's just this wall of choices. Inside, ocean view, veranda, stateroom. What's the difference? And how in the world are you supposed to know which one is the right one for you? Okay, take a deep breath. Don't worry, we've got you covered. In this explainer, we're going to break down all those confusing cabin types. Our goal? To help you find the perfect room that fits not just your vacation style, but, and this is a big one, your budget too. All right, first things first, let's get the lingo down. You'll see cruise lines call them different things, but really, almost every single cabin on a ship falls into one of four main categories. Think of these as the basic building blocks you'll be choosing from. Let's start with the most budget-friendly choice, the inside cabin. And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's on the inside of the ship, so no window. Now, this is an awesome option if you're the kind of traveler who's like, my room is just for sleeping and changing, because you're going to be out exploring the ship or hitting the ports all day long. Okay, let's take one step up the ladder to the Oceanview cabin. This gets you a window that doesn't open. Could be a classic round porthole or maybe a big picture window. The real win here? Natural light. It just makes the room feel bigger and you get that beautiful view of the sea, all without having to pay the premium for a full balcony. All right, now we're talking. The balcony cabin. For a lot of people, this is a total game changer. It's a huge upgrade because you get your very own private outdoor space. I mean, just picture it. Sipping your morning coffee out there, or maybe a glass of wine watching the sunset, all with your own private, perfect view of the ocean. And then, at the very top, you've got the suite. We're talking the biggest, most luxurious rooms on the ship, usually with a whole separate living area and a huge balcony. But here's the thing you need to know for 2026. The big deal now are these exclusive ship-within-a-ship areas. Think Norwegian's Haven or MSC's Yacht Club. When you book one of these suites, your key doesn't just open your door. It gets you into private restaurants, private pools, private sun decks. It is, without a doubt, the ultimate splurge. Okay, so you've picked your type of cabin. But wait, that's only half the battle. This is super important. You could have two totally identical balcony cabins, but they could give you completely different experiences. And it all comes down to one simple thing: where they are on the ship. So if you get a little motion sick, listen up. Here's the golden rule. You want to be mid-ship and on a lower deck. That's the most stable spot, right near the ship's center of gravity. And hey, if you're a light sleeper, location is everything. You do not want the cabin right under the pool deck, or worse, the one with the nightclub's bass thumping through your floor all night. That's a surefire way to ruin your sleep. Okay, that's all the theory, but let's get real and make this practical. I think the best way to see how this works is to look at a few common situations. We'll find the perfect cabin for a few different types of cruisers. Okay, scenario number one. Picture this. A couple. They're celebrating their 10-year anniversary. They've booked a super romantic 7-night trip sailing around the Caribbean. So for these two, it's not just about what they're going to see in port. The experience inside the room is a huge part of the celebration. What they're really after is a private little retreat, a quiet spot just for them, away from everybody else. Yeah, for this couple, it's a no-brainer. A balcony cabin is the clear winner. That private outdoor space is exactly what they need to have those special romantic moments. The balcony isn't just a feature of the room, it becomes a central part of their anniversary celebration.
Okay, next up, let's think about a family of 4. It's their first cruise ever and their schedule is jam-packed. They're hitting a new port pretty much every single day. You can tell right away what their focus is, right? It's all about the shore excursions and all the fun stuff to do on the ship. Lounging around in the room is definitely not high on their to-do list. So for them, an inside cabin is the absolute perfect fit. It's just a smart, strategic way to manage their money. Every dollar they save on the room is another dollar they can spend on an amazing shore excursion. And hey, here's a little pro tip for you. A lot of the newer ships have special family cabins or connecting rooms. So if the budget can stretch just a little, they might be able to get more space without having to book 2 separate full-price rooms. All right, last scenario. Let's talk about a solo traveler. They're taking that once-in-a-lifetime bucket list trip, a week-long cruise through the incredible glaciers and fjords of Alaska. For a trip like this, the scenery is the main event. This person wants to soak up every single amazing view, even when they're just chilling in their room. But there's a catch. They're traveling alone, so they're on a solo budget. This is exactly where an Oceanview cabin shines. It's the perfect sweet spot. It gives them a private front row seat to that stunning Alaskan coastline. But, and this is a really good tip, before they book, they should definitely check if the cruise line has any studio or solo cabins. These are rooms designed and priced for one person, which means they can avoid that dreaded single supplement fee that solo travelers often get hit with. So how do you take all of this and apply it to your trip? It really all comes down to a simple framework for answering one big question. When does it make sense to save, and when is it really worth it to splurge? This chart really lays out the core trade-off perfectly. The secret is to look at your itinerary. If you've got a ton of port days where you'll be off the ship, save your money. But if you have a lot of days at sea, well, that's when splurging on a balcony or a suite totally changes the game. Your cabin becomes its own destination, your private little oasis. And for those trips with lots of sea days, that's when those ship within a ship concepts we talked about are absolutely worth it. Look, at the end of the day, there is no single best cabin on any cruise ship. It just doesn't exist. The only best cabin is the one that's best for you. It's the one that lines up perfectly with how you like to travel, what you can afford, and the specific trip you're taking. Remember, one person's splurge is another person's absolute necessity. So, as you're planning that amazing 2026 cruise, the big question you need to ask yourself is this: is my room just a place to crash at night, or is it actually a core part of the vacation experience I want to have? Once you have the answer to that, you'll know exactly which cabin is the right one for you.
Ready for a travel experience that's truly elevated? Reach out to Siobhan at wanderkeep.com or just scan the QR code and let's start planning your next unforgettable journey, because your journey deserves to be elevated.